Hello, my lovelies. Welcome. This is my channel about cross stitch. My name is Kim. I am known as the Snitch Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. And this is my channel about cross stitch and all things about the love of cross stitch. And occasionally there's other little stuff. There's some poetry at the end. A little bit of life stuff, but not really much. I keep that towards the end. But it's pretty much about just cross stitch because that's something that I love. I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm so glad that you're here. I've been doing this for just over a year, and I love it. There are so many great people that pop on and chit chat with me, my regular folks. I'm always excited to see somebody new. So if you are new here and you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button down below. That way you can be notified whenever I get ready to do another video. Fair warning, there could be cuss words. There's definitely going to be sarcasm and me blaming my future self, blaming my past self for bad choices in cross stitch or crazy choices in cross stitch. So, and life in general too. So it is what it is. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I do know that there are so many options out there, and that's one of the so many great things about FlossTube is because there is somebody out there for everybody. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm more like a shot of whiskey most times, but it's all good. It's all good. That's the great thing. We have choices. So let's go ahead and get started. Y'all, I've had 3 finishes this month. It is the 14th of the month and I've had 3 finishes. I know, the world is not coming to an end, I promise. I swear, it's not. Well, oh, I can't say, I swear, at least it won't have anything to do with me. So we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and get started with some whips. This one actually does not fit in the little bag anymore because I've kind of done it different. This is a little bag that was made by my best friend Tanya. She is needle and bone. Is this not cute? There was a group of us at a local retreat and it was Fiesta, and she found this cute vinyl that had the avocados and stuff on it, and it was just perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And this is Halloween Fun, and it's a Mill Hill kit. I have not gotten very far on it, you can tell. It has helped since I did get the stretcher bars to put this on, and I just had these upholstery nails that worked. I haven't made a whole lot of progress. I try to work on this like on the 31st or just whatever it hits me. It just really hasn't really been hitting me lately. Oops, and I didn't bring myself a bag over here to put my stuff. So I've got a chair over there that's got a whole bunch of other projects. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So let's see, Halloween Fun. I have been working. So my birthday, Sal, which my birthday is March 1st. For anybody, diamonds, money, chocolate, whatever works. I'll give you my address, if you're going to be sending me that kind of stuff. Anyway, sorry. Digress. So I did just kind of a little birthday style. Some of my friends were already working on this and I wanted it, no, not so much a style, it was a birthday project for me. And I try to work on it the first of each month, just to kind of do my thing. So this is another Tanya bag. Is this not gorgeous? It's got the plastic zip pocket in the front, and I am using Sulky. So these are my colors of Sulky. And this is the Fruit of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. I'm doing this on a 32 count even weave that I have dyed myself. I just used, I think it was pearl gray, and because it was, it's got synthetic materials in it, it didn't really turn out the way I thought it would. I thought it would be more of a purple gray. It's more of a blue gray, but I am still really loving it. So I know that it is kind of difficult to see with how it shows up here on the camera with this lighter blue color, but it does show up in person. So I have managed to get some decent progress over here, and I've started working over in this area. I always have to take a minute to figure out where my camera is. Y'all, my brain. So I was talking to the girls one night. I was working on this one evening, and I was like, oh, is this got the year on it? And I'm like, oh no, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I can't do it on the other side. Well, this is the 20. The 20 whatever is down at the bottom. But I was worried about when I might finish this. And Kelly points out to me, and she's like, well, I think you'll be finishing it at least in the next, 100 years. So I don't have to worry about it being 21. I can go ahead and safely do the 0. Yes, thank you. I have brain farts. I am an intelligent, educated woman most of the time. It's all good. But I do really love it. I do need to still finish out this basket. I was kind of figuring out still what colors I wanted to use for it. My primary colors are this kind of light aquamarine, turquoise, whatever color it is. Teal, that's it, light teal. For most of it, but I still was trying to figure out. I may go ahead and use some of the green that was in this Broadway collection to do the rest of these, to do like the little leaves and some other stuff. I'm still just trying to figure that out, but I wanted to keep on working on it, so I've been working on these other pieces. So, and yes, my needle minder says, don't make me stab you. I think that was one of my friend Vanessa's, and it's not one to do. I can't remember. I've had a lot of needle minders for a while, and then I get gifted ones, and I purchase them, so I never really know. It can be anywhere. So let's see. What's my next one? Oh, I have been working a little bit on Sacred. I haven't got a whole lot done on it since last time, and this is another Tanya bag. I kind of like these smaller bags because I do a lot of stitching in hand, or if I do use a hoop, I use a smaller spring hoop. And I like the smaller bags because then I can fit it in my lunch bag, I can fit it in my purse or whatever. You'll rarely ever find me without a project in my purse or my bag, or with me somehow, some way. Even if I don't have a purse with me, I'll go ahead and grab something. And yes, I know it's regal. I don't iron stuff beforehand. I really iron stuff afterhand. So I've been making some decent progress. I have finally turned the corner at the bottom down here, so I do know how long it's going to be. I realized when I was doing Bless, I was off by half a stitch. Am I going to pull it out? No. I'll just make up the half the stitch. I did mark it. I'm using a paper pattern for this, so I am going to make sure that I account for that, because it did kind of throw me off. I was looking one day. I stitch on this sometimes like at lunch when I'm at work. I'll take my lunch and then I'll eat my lunch and then I'll stitch for a little bit, just kind of my decompress. And then people want to talk to me because people are very invested in what I'm doing. They're nosy, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much nosy, but it's all good. Another project bag from Tanya. This is the Catacorns. We were in Joanne's. Rest in peace, Joanne. And I saw this fabric and I'm like, I need a bag. So I bought the fabric and then I gave her the rest of it. So that's kind of our deal. I'll find fabric. I buy a yard, even though it doesn't need even close to that much. And she'll make me a bag and I tell her just go ahead and do that. Because a lot of times I don't pay for bags because she's my bestie and she makes bags because she loves me and it's awesome. And she doesn't drive, I drive. So it works out really. We just kind of do a toss out. It's all good. But isn't it so cute? This is another one of the sizes I like. Between this one and that small one is really my happy spot because I can get a lot. I can even get an 8-inch spring hoop, which is one of these little guys, in the bag. This is a project that I started. Okay, I started this one in August of 23. It's just 2 years old now. Am I done? No. Have I been getting a little bit of a fire to get more of it done? Yes, because my friend Kelly started this too, just recently, and she's already, I think she's 30 some odd percent. I haven't even hit 50%, but I do a lot of different projects. Whoa, my needle minders are catching on each other. This is, and a lot of people will recognize this when I just even pull out the fabric or the bag. People that have been around, they know. This is Moroccan Lanterns by the Vivsters. And I think I'm trying to look through the fabric to see. I've been making pretty good progress. Now, I did have some really horrible times with this lantern. So much so that I had to do a patch on the back. And I showed this to you guys a couple of videos ago. This kind of awful patch right here that I had to do on it because when I had to frog, for the 5th time, I don't know how many times, several times, I ripped a hole in it. So yeah. But I am working on trying to get at least the black done, the 310 done on this lantern. This is a big Hawken lantern. I was going to try to get it done before I go to retreat this weekend. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's okay. But I do want to try to hit 50%. That's kind of my goal, to hit 50% before the end of the year. Because I do have a lot of projects. So, yeah. and I flip from project to project to project. And this one was in timeout for a while because that one lantern, seriously, it kicked my butt. I don't know what the deal was. I just could not get myself straight on it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done with it, and I put it away. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. So another one that I've been working on, and actually, if I keep on at the pace I'm going, I may have another finish. I'm taking with me to retreat this weekend, so maybe on Friday with my What the Flock Friday, maybe I'll magically get it done. I doubt it, because it's Friday, first day of retreat, and at retreat, yeah. So this is a cute little bag. I think this is a gift. I don't remember. Super cute. You guys have seen it. This is Tropic Troupe by Plum Street Sampler. And I know it's in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And this fabric, this is actually a Lugana, and it's from Mystic Fabrics. I think it's called Eris, E-R-I-S. Is that what it? Yes, it is. Doesn't it look so good? I've made some really good progress on it. There is another little baby flamingo down here. I'm honestly kind of not sure if I want to put it in there, but we'll see. I still have like another flower and some more of these palm fronds and stuff. I guess this is a flying fish. I was really unsure when I saw a fish up that high, but it is what it is. But it is really cute, and I love the colors and stuff. It's wonderful. And it's enjoyable to stitch. I just don't pull it out all the time because I like spreading the wealth. I like working on a bunch of different things. Let's see. Let me chunk this one down here. So my next one is the sheep quilt. This is a cute bag. This is the only person I'm allowed to cheat on Tanya with for bags, which is Renee with Golden Familiars. Is that not adorable? Oh, look at the shine. Look at the shine. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So sheep quilt, this is by Coton Pixel. And I saw this and I just fell in love with it. And I've been making decent progress. I need to get back to working on more of the, I'm working on the quilt. I need to work more on the sheep wool, I guess. So it's going to be, let me get this to lay kind of flat. It's going to be a fold over. A stuffed fold over. So this is one half of the sheep and this is the other half of the sheep. So I've been working on the other part of the quilt. I love the colors. They are really pretty. They're a lot of fun. They're all DMC. It's just real chill. The only thing is the white of the wool is not DMC. It's actually chalk from Gentle Art. And I really like chalk as a white floss. So much so that I was talking to Mary about it on one of the Lindy Stitches virtual stitch, and she sent me a ton of it. She wasn't really a big fan of it, and she's like, here, let me send this to you. I'm like, thank you. So another Golden Familiars bag. Isn't that cute? The squirrelies. And I think it's got the stripy fabric on the inside too. And this is Twilight Moon. You guys have seen this. This was a big, especially with the Night Garden stuff that was for market in March. And so I did a giveaway on my channel, and my friend Kelly won it. And it was basically the pattern. And I had so much floss that I just went ahead and was splitting it with her because I knew I'd never need all that floss. And I was going to do it on the called for fabric. I did get the called for fabric. Was not a fan. This stuff was so stiff. And not stiff in a fun way. It was fabric stiff, not stiff. Yeah, I know. It's horrible. I have a emotional maturity of a 12-year-old boy. So I did find this darker. It's 14 count Ada. I really like it. It was in my stash. It's kind of a dark blue. It's actually got a little bit more of a purple undertone for what I have. But I have started on some of the flowers and things that are in the open part of the moon. And then I'm trying to get those done and get some of the stuff that's on the inside of the moon, the crescent moon, so that I can just do a fill. And Kelly and I started this. I think she forgot about it, even though she picked the date. It's all good. Everybody's got a lot of stuff going on. Life happens. But we started it on the 9th, I think. Yeah, on the 9th. So just this last Tuesday. So I got some decent work in on it. I'll be picking it up, you know, here and there. I kind of go with whatever hits my fancy. You just really never kind of know with me what's gonna do it. So besides that start, I had another start, and I actually started it on September 1st. I have to eat my words. I've never been a full coverage stitcher. It's just not my thing. But I found a pattern, and it's Heidi's fault. Heidi's birthday is September 11th. Well, B's birthday is the 1st, and my friend Shelly is on the 7th. And Heidi was talking about doing either, she was going to start one of the Hawk Run Hollow patterns, or she was going to start a HAED. And several of the other girls in our Stitchy group had talked about it, and they were going to do HAEDs for Heidi. So I knew I shouldn't have done it. But I did look online on HAED, on the Heaven and Earth Design website, and they had a mini. It's still 75,000 stitches, but it's gorgeous. I'll put the picture here. I showed it last time. It is so pretty. It is a fairy tale, or a mini fairy tale Alice in Wonderland HAED. I did get it started. Okay, and I don't really have a good way of putting it away. So my friend Lucy had made this bag, gave it to me for my birthday because, you know, I love flamingos. And it opens up, and the great thing about it is it's like just about perfect for this. I mean, it covers all the fabric and stuff, and it opens up. Let me do it like this. It opens up. It's got all these pockets. So I've got, y'all, these colors. Okay, so that's like half the colors. I mean, there's like, the colors in this are so freaking pretty. And here's my other half. I was trying to figure out how to do it. It's got some dark colors, but it's also got some nice bright colors, just all kinds of stuff. And I'm not one of those, I know several of my gals were like, okay, well, I know I'm going to be working on my HAED for a long time, so they were only getting the colors for the first page. I have to go ahead and get all the colors, period. Because if I don't know, it bugs me. There's just something about it. Oh, and I've got this upside down. So I've been trying different methods. I have been parking. I was really apprehensive about the parking. I'm not so much about it anymore. Let me do this so it doesn't show through. So I am at just over 3%. Let me get over here. So just over 3%. That's about 2,500 stitches, or 2,400 some odd stitches. It is going to go over to here. It's like 9 and a quarter inches across and 13 inches down. I have tried, y'all. I've watched y'all's videos. I've talked to friends that do full coverage. I'm feeling better about the parking method. I'm getting in a better groove with it. I'm working on that, because I'm doing 1/1 full cross. This is 25 count easy grid. I am figuring out how to do the single strand loop method to start. I'm not as good with the single strand loop method to end, but I am okay with pin stitches. Because I was trying to do the waist threads, like that's what this is over here. I was running into problems. It was bugging me. Like I said, I did try to do diagonal. I'm looking at it and I can't get my hands to work the right way. So anyway, this way, some way. Anyway, it's backwards what I'm looking at. So I am trying to, I tried it that way. I tried the royal rows, or royal columns, or whatever the hell that is. It didn't work for me. I am getting the urge to kind of go across, so I may try the typewriter method. I don't know. I've been really lucky. I've only got about 15 hours into it, and I've got a fair amount done. My girls were like, you've gotten that much done and you've only got that many hours into it. I haven't really had a lot of confetti, and I think I got lucky with that in the pattern that I chose, that there's not a whole lot of really heavy confetti, at least not yet. but I'm trying to figure out different ways to do it. I've been testing stuff out, what works, what doesn't work. I'm really bad about chasing the threads. Like if I've got one on there and chasing the threads, my concern is that if I get too far off, then I'm going to get confused if I miss something. And I know you can fudge it because it's really easy to fudge within this. And I have had some fudges because I was just like, okay, was I smoking crack? I don't know. I have found also that I am working on it upside down this way right now. And so I did figure out, thanks to Wanda, because just could not wrap my head around it, to lock my screen on my iPad and flip, so I could flip it the way I needed it to be able to stitch this way. Which is fine because there's so much going on with it that you really can't tell. It's not like you're stitching a motif and it just, it gets you, confused. But it's not as bad as I thought so far. Like I said, I've only got a few days into it. I've only got about 15 hours into it. So I still like it. We'll see how long that goes. Would I start doing these on a regular? Probably not. It would really depend on the pattern. I mean, I've been looking at Heidi's and B's patterns, and they've got so much confetti, and I'm just like, oh, that makes me twitchy just looking at having to change that often. So like I said, this one's been to where I didn't really have to do that so much, so I am kind of excited about that. So we'll see what happens. But am I converted to full coverage? I will not say that. Am I open to it? Possibly. Would I do more than one at a time? Oh, hell no. No. Would not do that. I like my sanity too much. Although the first day that I worked on it for several hours, and I really did overdo it because I was different setup than I normally do. Because normally I do in hand, and I'll do like the sewing method, and I definitely can't do that with that. And I was kind of achy because I got in a groove with it. I had a decent audiobook going, and I just was following the story. I'd already had all my everything else done. And so I was just sitting there just listening to my audiobook and running at it. So it is what it is. Okay, so those are all the whips that I've worked on in the last couple of weeks. I had 3 finishes. I did have 3 finishes, y'all. So I'll start with the one that I just finished last night. And this one I started in 2023. Is it iron? Heck no. This is the Lone Star Stitchers. This was a retreat exclusive for the Stitching Texas retreat that's held here in Dallas. And it's from 2020. And it's by Twin Peak Primitives. So... And I did change up a little bit. They had it really kind of wonky with how they did some of the colors of where's like stuff was off balance. So I mean, there's 8 of each, and I just did them every other. They were not originally done that way, but I really like it. I kind of wish that I had put the reds on the outside, or to be on the corners, but it still looks good. I really like it. It's really pretty. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. I have no idea. That is a future me problem. Another one that has been going for a long time. I started this one, I think, in 2023. I've got something on it. This has been my desk project for a while because I liked it, but I really didn't enjoy stitching it so much. So I knew I wanted to finish it one day, but it wasn't a big deal. And I think part of it is because it's a little bit more avant-garde, I think, than what I normally do. It's at least with flowers, the way they're done. And you can't really tell it because I've done the back stitch. But this is Scissors with Flowers by Tiny Modernist. And I love the colors. I loved everything about it. But, I mean, the back stitch on this really makes a difference. And I'm excited of how it turned out. Did I do, like my pins up here are not as long. I had mistakes in here. Mistakes were made. And I just got to the point where I just kind of wagged it. But it did turn out really good. So I am excited about that one, to finally get it finished. What am I going to do with it? Don't know. Future me problem. Okay, so this one is another birthday start, not for my birthday. This is for Tammy, Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO. And there was a few of us that started it for her birthday, which is April 1st. And I know I'm not I don't think I'm the first to finish it. I know I'm not the first to finish it, but I know Tammy hasn't finished it. I don't think she's made it very far, but it's all good. She's got a lot going on, and she stitches on other stuff and design. She's designing. She's going to be teaching a class at Annie's retreat this weekend. The whole thing. But this is Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas. I'm excited for this. I really like how it was finished. I think that I got this down too low. I don't know. I'm not redoing that. I'm not quite sure. I know there was mistakes made in here, but it's all good. But I think it turned out well. I'm excited about it. But y'all, that's 3 finishes for me in the matter of a month. I don't know who I am. I don't know what this is. It feels really good. I've got several other projects that are not far off that if I just was to get my butt in gear, I could probably get them done. Yeah. Pioneer woman. Nothing snarky or fancy or anything with this one. Although it is kind of a little bit of a fancy cup. I like this one. It's just water. But sometimes I get parched because I get to talking so much. Okay, so future plans. I have Dirty Annie's retreat is coming up this coming weekend. It's the 19th through the 21st. Same weekend as my local stitchy group, which sucks. It's on Saturday, so I won't be able to go to that. But it is also the same weekend as Lindy Stitches. It's the Harvest Moon something. I can't remember what it's called. Harvest Moon Hangout, I think. So it's her virtual retreat. So if you can't make it to Dirty Annie's here in Dallas, in the Irving area, definitely go online and do that. I mean, it's awesome. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to go, but doing a virtual retreat versus an in-person retreat with my people, in-person retreat is always going to win. I get to meet in person a new friend, Lynn. I met her actually through, I think there was Spring Mingle. And she lives up in Oklahoma, so she's coming down for it. I think this is her very first in-person retreat. So we're going to be popping Lynn's cherry for the retreat purposes. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. I'm with my people. I'm going to have, it's like I said, it's Dirty Annie. So of course Annie's going to be there. Tammy, Leopard and Lace XOXO. A lot of my local folks are going to be there. It's always a fun. It is my favorite retreat, really, honestly. There's been several retreats that I've been to that I really liked, but this is my favorite retreat. It is just so much fun, and we always have a blast. The crazy pictures that you guys have seen that I have put up, just all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to be doing that this weekend. We're going to go over there Thursday. We're going to do just like a little bit of a get-together Thursday night, even though it doesn't open till Friday. I'm sure a few of us will probably try to help set up if we can, if they need any help with getting it going. And it's just going to be a fun weekend, and we'll do our thing. I do have, let's see. I'm trying to still figure out, I don't know what projects I'm going to take. I think I am going to take my HAED with me. Because I have a stand. I have a daylight stand it's got the light and the magnifier. I think I'm going to take that with me because I can set it up and have the good light and everything. So I'm going to try. Plus, my friend Velma is going. She's a HAED queen, and I'm going to, so she can give me some more tips and tricks on things. Because before she told me, she says, well, I've talked about how I start stuff, how I stop stuff, and I'm like, girl, when you start talking HAED, my brain shuts off. Now I need to pull that information from her. So we'll see. But I'm going to take that. I'm going to take One Nation because I need to get some work done on it. I was supposed to work on it for 9/11, like patriotic holidays, things like that. That did not happen because what was I working on? I was supposed to work on that, but I don't even, what did I work on that day? Oh, I had the finish with the scissors with flowers, and I worked on the Lone Star Stitcher and Shoot Quilt during the day. So I didn't work on it then. And then we also have on the 18th is the Air Force birthday. So it's another day that I'm going to be working on it, that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to take that with me. Plus it's one that I can work on easily. I can work on stars, or I can work on lines, and I don't have to really think about it. I'm not really having to follow the pattern. The stars, there's a bunch of them already there, so I just follow what the other ones look like. And the lines is just really long lines. Other than that, I don't know what I'm taking. Oh, I know. Oh, I'm going to take Tropic Troupe. I do know that. I need to hold that thought. Because if I don't write it down, I'm not going to remember. I'm going to take Tropic because I want to try to work on that Friday. Maybe I can get another finish out of it. Stranger things have happened. 4 finishes in 1 month? What the hell? That would be amazing. Okay, other than that, on October 10th is World Mental Health Day. Still trying to find the best pattern for that. Or find a good pattern. So if you have suggestions, please, 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 please let me know. I need all the help I can get. Y'all know this. Y'all know this by now. And then on the 23rd, Kelly, who's His Princess Kelly on Instagram and Don't Run with Scissors on YouTube, is her birthday. And I'm so loving her idea. So she is turning a specific number. I don't know if I can tell everybody. I mean, she's been talking about it on her FlossTube. Anyway, so her idea is for the year, during the year, she's not going to start a new start because she's got a bunch of projects and she's got a bunch of big projects. So she's wanting to finish projects. And it's not just cross stitch projects. It's things like she's wanting to paint the walls in her kitchen. She's wanting to do some different things like that. So if she finishes stitching a project, that's one. If she FFOs it, that's another one. Things like that. And I think it's awesome. So I was joking with her. I'm like, okay, well, if you finish something and then you start something new, does that zero that out? And she's like, no, I don't like that kind of negative thinking. So yeah, I kind of didn't think that was the case because, you know, her not starting something for a year would be impossible. So in honor of her birthday, she loves pickles. I'm going to be starting Big Dill by Dirty Annie's. Here's the picture. I'm excited for this because I just think it's cute as a button. When I saw it, it was done up as a pillow and it's got beads and it's really adorable. Yes, it's got beads. And yes, I do need to start beading on a couple of projects. My Leilani, the hula girl, I think she's done stitching or almost done stitching, and I need to start beads. I think it's been done for a while and I still need to do beads. Okay, anyway. And I've been trying to put some thought into New Year's Eve. This last year for New Year's Eve, I started 12 new projects. The idea was to do at least 100 stitches, start one an hour. That was not successful. I was not set up correctly. Yeah, bad planning on my part. I actually finished the Lone Star Stitcher one. That is one of my starts for that. And I said I started in 23. I started it last year. I started it New Year's Eve of 2024. So I still have 11 others that I need to work on. So my goal is I want to work on New Year's Eve on those projects that I started last year. And I want to try to get at least 100 stitches in an hour, which my girls and I a lot of times will do a Zoom New Year's Eve just so we can just kind of chill and relax and do our thing, and people pop in and out as they can. And I think that would be awesome to be able to work on those and get some progress on them because I really haven't touched them much at all. There's a couple of them I think I may have only worked on them one other time other than New Year's Eve, and it's already September. So yeah, I don't know. My mom has a birthday coming up on the 27th, so yay. It's always great to have mom birthdays. But other than that, I think that's about it. I don't really have a whole lot. Life is what it is. It's cooling off a little bit in Texas, which I don't want to say that too loud because I don't want to scare the cooler weather away. We're still in the 90s, but we have had a couple of days where I've woken up and it was like in the 70s, and I almost thought about putting a sweater on. I have put a sweater on at work because it does get pretty chilly. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. As far as future plans, I don't really have any. I will be working. We've got Navy birthday next month. I'll be working on One Nation again. My normal stuff. Now that I don't have Fruit of Plenty, now that I just have Fruit of Plenty and I don't have Matter in Hand, I may try to slide in Moroccan lanterns in place of Matter in Hand, maybe. Or maybe one of my older ones. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Gingerbread Village. I need to put some work on Gingerbread Village. I need to get that sucker done. And I need to work on my ornaments. But I also have Halloween stuff I need to work on and just general stuff. I have so many. Is there anything that you guys want to see me work on? Put me on task. Tell me what to work on. You guys have seen my stuff. I did a whip parade not too long ago, and I post up most every day. Well, not every day, but most every day on Instagram with whatever I'm working on. Flip through there, see some of the stuff that I've been working on. If there's something you see that you want me to put some stitches in, tell me. Put me on task. That helps me sometimes too, because it helps me, because sometimes I can't make a decision, so I just pick up whatever. Or sometimes if I can't make a decision, I just don't do it at all. I'll sit there and play a game or listen to an audiobook or watch TV or something. So if you see something that you want me to work on, put it in the comments. Tell me. And that mental health pattern. Give me some ideas. I don't care if it's snarky. It can be snarky. It can be serious. It can be about serotonin and dopamine and all that kind of good stuff, because Lord knows I need all the help I can get there. But yeah, that's it. So I do have some poetry for you. My glasses are going wonky. So I have Sometimes, and I have Shapeshifter. So let's go with Shapeshifter. I like this one. And this is Shapeshifter by L.E. Bowman. What I mean to say is, look inward. What I mean to say is, you are the answer to every question. What I mean to say is, your life is the only one you can live. Live outward. What I mean to say is, your energy is healing. What I mean to say is, your heart is a tiny sun and this world is cold enough as it is. Stay in the moment. What I mean to say is, we are and then we aren't. What I mean to say is, the universal is a fickle mistress and she takes as much as she gives. Open your arms. What I mean to say is, we are all just trying to make it. What I mean to say is, love exists in the simplest of moments. A hand reaching for another, a smile, laughter, a kiss. I love that. Woo, love it, love it, love it. Okay, and the other one is Sometimes. I'm not even going to try to butcher the name. This is day 18. Sometimes you spend so much time taking care of others that you forget you need care too. You pour your heart out for everyone else, but what about you? You deserve the same love and attention you give so freely. Remember, you matter just as much. It's kind of a kick in the ass to myself. I'm bad about that. I know I am. These are both awesome. Amazing. So, I don't really have anything else for you. I think it's been a tough month for me. September always is. On the 10th was 27 years since my dad has passed. Some days it feels like it was just a day or two ago, and some days it feels like it was a million years ago. I still get choked up about it. I'm definitely daddy's girl. I try to look at the positive things, remember the positive things. Him and my mom dancing in the kitchen. Just dad being goofy. Me helping him out. I mean, honestly, you could tell he wanted a boy because I was always the grease monkey. I was, handing him tools, and my hands were small enough to get into some of those little bitty spaces that he couldn't quite reach. Dad playing guitar and making up goofy songs just to make me laugh. He loved photography, so he would tell you, he would always had a camera. We have very few pictures of him because he was always behind the camera. And he's like, okay, well, tilt your head. No, tilt it a little bit more, but look natural. So how can you look natural being like this? Anyway, that was just kind of a running joke in our family. So I miss him. So it sucks. And then of course 9/11, and that just, yeah. The 19th of September, so coming up on this coming Friday, will be 11 years since my best friend passed away, Missy. So it just this gap right there, it just sucks. But Mom's birthday is on the 27th, so it brings me back up. And then you're coming into, Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. Ebbs and flows. And I have to remember to give myself grace and have to remember to give others grace, because you don't know what they're going through. I had come in to work on the 10th, and I was just not feeling it. And my work girls knew me. Well, my girls, my girls, they're like, hey, what's going on? We know something's up. And I'm like, you know what? It's just one of those days. And they're like, okay, if you need something, let us know. If not, we're here. I'm like, okay. It's good to have that. And my peeps, it's wonderful to have those. But it's remembering to have grace and to try to remember the good times, relish those, let go of the bad, yucky crap, and remember the good, because that's the most important part. So, on that note, I'm not going to get any more sappy, because y'all know I can't. I just hope that you have an amazing week. I hope that you get what you were wanting, that things go well. I hope your coffee is hot. The traffic is non-existent, and the workday goes fast. And I just hope you have a good day. Do what makes your heart happy, and keep on stitching. And I love you guys.